Hey guys, it's Sim and this is Wrestling Unlimited as we are here on the 19th of November 2021 to talk about everything that went down tonight on Friday Night Smackdown. As far as tonight's Smackdown does go, I thought the show was pretty good. I actually thought it flowed really well. It started, it had a middle, it had an end. And at no point did I go, man, this show is still on. Oh, crap, we still have X amount of time left. No. I think I did that for SmackDown 2 weeks ago, maybe it was, where I was just like, this show feels long. But tonight's show, everything I thought flowed really well. Everything just seemed smooth and built to Survivor Series. There's a few things that was kind of just like, meh, we don't need that. Excuse me. But other than that, I thought the show itself was not bad. Bangs over here with the uh-ohs in the chat. But with that, I want to say thank you for joining me here. Twitch.tv/PWUnlimited, YouTube.com/PWUnlimited, and Twitter.com/PWUnlimited. If you are watching on Twitch, you can help us out a couple of different ways. You can help us out by hitting that donate button down below or by donating Twitch bits in the live chat. Also remember that you can subscribe to the channel one of two different ways. You can subscribe either with a tiered subscription or you can subscribe with Amazon Prime. If you say, I ain't got the money to pay for that tiered subscription like Broken King Slender has for 16 months, we're paying old daddy Jeff Bezos, well, you're in luck. Take that Amazon account. Take that Twitch account, link the two together, and you've got a Prime Gaming account. Prime Gaming gives you a lot of cool things like free games. Right now, you can get Rise of the Tomb Raider with bonus content, Control Ultimate Edition, and so many other cool free games. I think there's 3 or 4 up right now. You also get content for League of Legends, Grand Theft Auto Online, Valorant, and so much more. But you always get, and this never changes, you always get one free subscription to any Twitch channel you want to subscribe to throughout the month. And I'd greatly appreciate it if you subscribe to us right here, Pro Wrestling Unlimited. But if you say, hey, Tim, I don't have Amazon Prime either, well, you got to know somebody in this world that does, whether it's your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your auntie, your uncle, your grandma, your grandpa, your dog walker, your milkman, if you got one of them, your mailman, your landlord, the girl that bagged your groceries at the Save Mart, the guy that helped you find the fishing tackle at Walmart. Say, hey, thanks for helping me find these bobbers. But do you have Amazon Prime? Oh, you do ya? Well, if you do, let me borrow it and stick it on my Twitch, and there we go. I can support PWU. No, it's not Johnny J. It's me moving around in my chair. The camera's not moving. I'm moving because I don't like to sit still. If you've never watched one of my live streams before, I don't really sit still that often. I move around a lot. Well, it's not that the camera's shaky. It's that, I don't sit still. Like, people yell at me because half the time I'm sitting down and my legs just, like, I'm tapping my leg or bouncing my leg, and people are like, stop bouncing the leg. I'm like, I can't sit still. Yes, Trapster, we will be doing Survivor Series predictions after we talk about SmackDown. But, hey, if you find a way to get Amazon Prime linked to your Twitch, support us right here, Pro Wrestling Unlimited. But on the flip side, you can help us out on YouTube in the live chat with a super chat or a super sticker donation. Also, you can subscribe to the channel, becoming a channel member. You get early access to non-news videos, exclusive news, podcast stuff, and so much more. Well, let's talk about SmackDown. And before I do, I gotta get the poll up really fast. What did you think about tonight's Smackdown? Did it get laid? The Smackdown itself. What did you think of tonight's SmackDown? I liked it. Whoop, there's a space there. I liked it. I didn't. Nope. It was all right. Didn't like it. Poll is live on Twitch. Put the same poll up on. I like it. Or liked. We'll put that D in there. I liked it. It was all right. Oh, now Johnny over here calling me weird. Think that what it's eccentric means? Weird, strange, and unconventional. It was all right. All right, there we go. Poll is live on both. Now let's talk about this show. We recapped the Roman Reigns Xavier Woods stuff from last week. Highlighted Reigns posing on one knee while the Usos placed the crown on his head. Roman and the Usos came out with Paul Heyman, of course, for the opening segment of the show. The Usos were out first, though. Usos were already in the ring as the show started. They set the ring up with the throne, the scepter, the crown, and Jimmy noted that Roman Reigns is about to come to the ring, and they have a surprise for him. First, they have to address their match this weekend against RK Bro at Survivor Series. The Usos then gave Reigns a grand introduction after just saying, "We're going to beat your ass at Survivor Series." Roman walked down to the ring with the Usos, and the fans gave him a pretty mixed reaction. I felt that it was almost 50-50 boos cheers, to be completely honest. Heyman took the mic and noted that they worked on this surprise all week. He praised Roman and called him the true king. Heyman believes that the fans agree, and the title of king doesn't belong to Xavier Woods, Brock Lesnar, or Big E. On Brock Lesnar talk recently, Heyman, Adam Pearce even threatened, I think it was Big E on Monday. He said, Kevin Owens and Finn Balor have a match. Don't get involved or I might have to call up upon like a Brock Lesnar or something. Well, I don't know. Heyman says that he promised Reigns would smash Big E at Survivor Series. Reigns then asked for the mic and asked whose idea it was to set up the ring with a throne and a crown. Heyman pointed to the Usos. Reigns noted he took the crown last week and he doesn't need the crown. Reigns demanded the fans acknowledge him and he got a mixed reaction with lots of cheers, actually. More cheers than boos. This is when the music of Xavier Woods would hit. He walked out on stage wearing regular gear and a New Day t-shirt, the New Day NWO parody shirt. Woods noted, having the crown doesn't make him king. Man makes the king. He told Reigns to meet him face to face without the Usos to prove that he's a real man. Woods claimed that he didn't care about the crown, the scepter, the throne. He said, other things, they're all materialistic. And Reigns says, oh, you don't? Okay. Boys, you know what to do. They started destroying all of his things. The scepter, the throne. Roman walks all over the cape, or whatever you call it, the robe, cape, I don't know. And right as Roman is about to stomp the crown, Woods jumps into the ring and gets beat down by the Usos. Reigns got in Woods' face as the Usos are holding him down and noted that he's the one and only true king in WWE. Reigns then stomped on the crown, breaking that plastic crown into 4 pieces. Yeah, plastic. Couldn't even make it out of metal or something to make it seem real. I knew it had a weird shine to it. So after this, they recapped Jeff Hardy defeating Sami Zayn last week. Michael Cole noted there's still one slot open on Team Smackdown. In the back, Caleb Braxton interviewed a disheveled King Woods. He said, tonight, I'm going to do what I said. At the end of the show, I'm going to go out to the ring and I'm going to call out Roman Reigns and I'm going to face him face to face, man to man. Next up, we had a fatal 4-way match that went 11 minutes long. It was Ricochet, Cesaro, Sheamus, and Jinder Mahal. The winner gets added to Team Smackdown for Survivor Series. Sheamus early on backed Ricochet into the corner while Cesaro brawled with Mahal on the other side of the ring. Shanky was at ringside as well. Sheamus and Cesaro went face to face, but Mahal jumped Cesaro from behind. The heels worked together against Cesaro. Sheamus dumped Cesaro out of the ring, and the heels isolated Ricochet. Mahal set up Ricochet. So Sheamus could beat him in the chest. Sheamus started hitting Ricochet, but Mahal rolled Sheamus up for a near fall. I like that, actually. Hey, let's work together. All right, boom, hit him. I got you. I'm going to get you. I like that. Sheamus recovered and beat down Mahal instead. Cesaro jumped Sheamus, went for the big swing, but Sheamus broke free. After a commercial break, Ricochet and Cesaro fought on the top rope. Sheamus and Mahal fought on the top rope as well on the other side of the ring, and time seemed to freeze for a second as Sheamus gave Mahal a superplex. Ricochet then gave Cesaro a Hurricane Rana off the top. Sheamus went for a power slam, and Ricochet countered with a DDT. He followed this up with a standing shooting star press and got a near fall off of it. Mahal took out Ricochet, and Cesaro caught him in the giant swing. Cesaro then transitioned into the sharpshooter. Ricochet took out Shanky at ringside and calmly stepped into the ring. He just walks into the ring like nothing's going on, kind of hits himself in the leg and goes, all right, I'm ready. I'm going to kick Cesaro. Boom, kicks Cesaro in the chest a couple of times. Cesaro stands up, lets go of the hold, and grabs the leg. Stops the kicks. Then in a really cool spot, Ricochet hit the 630 on Mahal, but walked into a brogue kick from Sheamus right after. Sheamus at one point went for another brogue kick, and Cesaro avoided and rolled him up for a near fall. This is when Ridge Holland would run out and interfere. Yet again, he interfered earlier as well, like right before this spot. Ridge Holland ran down, I think, and just stood at ringside. And this time he actually tried to get involved. This interference allowed Sheamus to hit the brogue kick on Cesaro and pick up the victory. Sheamus is the final man for Team Smackdown. From the back, Caleb Braxton interviewed Jeff Hardy. Hardy praised Drew McIntyre and is excited to partner with him because he's never worked with him before. He says he's also certain that King Woods will get his revenge on Roman Reigns, but he doesn't know if he can trust Happy Corbin. Since Saturday, no, you're wrong. Ridge Holland is not Irish, I don't think. And they made that clear tonight, too. Ridge Holland is from Liver's Edge, United Kingdom. He is not Irish. He is not an Irish man. Again, they made that known tonight when Pat McAfee was like, Ridge Holland, not from Ireland, he's from England. Going forward, like I said, Jeff Hardy had his concerns about Happy Corbin when Corbin and Madcap Moss would approach and make a bad joke at Hardy's expense. Adam Pearce just randomly walked off and goes, you guys need to work together. You need to get along. I want SmackDown to win. What? You said like 2 weeks ago, I think the Raw team needs more star power because I want them to win. Dominic, you may be out. Now you're on Team SmackDown? What the fuck, Adam Pearce? Are you Raw or are you SmackDown? I know you're technically in charge of both and technically in charge of setting both teams. But if you're going to say I want one team over the other, don't 1 week say one team and the other week say the other team. Don't be wishy-washy. Don't be wishy-washy, my brother. Anyways, made a match saying that Jeff Hardy will take on Madcap Moss later on tonight. In the back, Megan Morant spoke with Sheamus and Ridge Holland. Sheamus mentioned Holland praising him last week. Holland praised Sheamus yet again and called him his idol. Holland noted if anyone had a problem with them, you could find them at the pub. Sheamus goes, oh, he took the words right out of my mouth. We're going to go have some drinks. Actually, he didn't say out of my mouth. He said out of me mouth. He took the words right out of me mouth. Look something up really fast. And how Ridge Holland is 10 years younger than Sheamus. Ridge Holland is a year older than me. He said, growing up, I used to watch Sheamus in WWE, and that is what got me to want to be a wrestler. No, you didn't, bro. You're a year older than me, and I was already out of high school when Sheamus debuted on the main roster in WWE. Sheamus made his main roster debut. Sheamus made his main roster debut in 2008. I graduated high school 2007. Means if the school system works the same overseas and you do 12 years, kinder through 12 or whatever, if it's the same similarly, no, you didn't watch Sheamus growing up as a kid. You were already a legal adult before Sheamus was even on the main roster. Sheamus didn't come to the main roster until July of 2008. And that's not even when he made his debut. He didn't actually debut for another year on television. Ridge Holland trying to say, hey, boyo, I was watching Sheamus with me friends back in England, and it made me want to be a wrestler as a kid. No, it didn't. It didn't. You didn't watch him as a kid, because I didn't watch him as a kid, and we're basically the same age. No, Chase Douglas. Sheamus actually debuted on television on June 30th, 2009, an episode of ECW. He made his unannounced debut as a villain under the shortening name of Sheamus. Alan Reed says 2006 for me. 2006 for you for what? Magma Lord, none of that matters. If he played a security guard before actually debuting as Sheamus, none of that matters, because no one knew who he was. You know what I mean? Because in July of 2008, Sheamus worked a dark match against R-Truth. The following year, in May, he began appearing at Raw house shows. The following year in May, then debuted on ECW television in June of 2009. Anyways, he was not watching Sheamus as a kid, but moot point anyways, but whatever. Trying to make Ridge Holland seem younger than he actually is. Nope, he's a year older than me. Anyways. Corbin and Madcap Moss. No, that's not what was next. I'm reading the wrong paragraph. Here we go. Michael Cole and Pat McAfee discussed the Charlotte Flair-Becky Lynch Survivor Series match. Cole claimed that everyone in the media is talking about this feud. They showed an excellent video package on Flair and Lynch and their feud and their friendship and where they have come now. It mentioned their friendship and becoming bitter rivals. It included the controversial segment where Flair didn't hand over the belt to Lynch. So they're really making reality into story for this weekend's show. I don't really think it's going to be a, quote, real fight feel since Saturday. I think both women will be professional when it comes to... So, I think, and some might say, well, Charlotte wasn't professional last time. That's fine. Because just like Becky said in her Ariel Helwani interview, we put our lives on the line and we trust the other with our well-being. In that segment with Charlotte, I guess I didn't have to trust her with my safety and my body. Unlike when we have the match of Survivor Series, when I don't think she will do anything to harm me. For real. Yeah. What's going on, Disney Weather? Next up, we had, this was the one thing on the show where I was just like, okay, what the fuck are we doing? And, Interesting enough, there was only really one thing where I had a WTF moment. A WVD, a weird Vince decision. It was Shayna Baszler and Natalya against the team of Naomi and Aaliyah, and the match went 1 minute. This was bad. They got no time. The finish came out of nowhere, and the ref went 1, 2, 3. And it was so fast that they say, whoa, we need to see that again. I don't know what happened there. Naomi gets rolled up by Natalya. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Over. I don't know what the hell this was supposed to be. So, they recap. Oh, no. Next up, in the back, Sami Zayn complained to Sonya Deville about conspiracies against him. Deville pointed out that she is not the one that pulled him from the Survivor Series team. That was Adam. Deville noted that at Survivor Series this year, it's the 25th anniversary of The Rock's debut. In celebration of that 25th anniversary, she is announcing a 25-man battle royal that will be taking place on the show. She said, Sammy, you're in it, and if you win, or when you win, you could be on the level as The Rock. And looking at who will be in this battle royal, I have that list right here. The names for the 25-man battle royal are as followed: Ricochet, T-Bar, Mansoor, Cesaro, Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford. Eric, Ivar, R-Truth, Drew Gulak, AJ Styles has been relegated to the Battle Royal. Omos, Sami Zayn, Humberto, Angel, Apollo Crews, Commander Aziz, Otis, Chad Gable, Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander, Dolph Ziggler, Robert Roode, Jinder Mahal, and Shanky are the 25 men that will be battling it out inside of the ring in a 25-man battle royal. Now, last year when they did Survivor Series, they kept score, and the battle royal counted if you were a Raw wrestler. I forget who won the battle royal last year. It was Survivor Series 25-man battle royal. Why can't I find it? Survivor Series 2020. Nope. What the hell? 2020. Here we go. Battle royal was won by, was it Miz? Since Saturday says it was Miz. Battle royal was won by Miz. Thank you for that. He lastly eliminated Dominic Mysterio, and that was a point for Raw. Thank you, Jack Dawson, for the super sticker donation. Really do appreciate that. And so I don't know if they're going to keep score again this year, and if so, if the battle royal is going to count again. The referee, who counted fast, approached Deville and asked if she, quote, did a good job. Deville claimed, what are you talking about? What? I don't associate with crooked refs. And she kind of winked. And Aja Smith, or whatever name she's going by now, walked off. Next up, it was Jeff Hardy versus Madcap Moss in another short match, minute and 28 seconds. Before the match, Hardy noted that the odds were against him, so he's going to bring somebody out. And that somebody was Drew McIntyre. McIntyre gave his sword to Pat McAfee to take care of during this match. I go, what? You're not getting in the ring. Well, he kind of did. Moss jumped Hardy to get the early advantage. Hardy fought back and hit the basement dropkick. He followed this up with a twist of fate and climbed to the top rope. Corbin interfered, but McIntyre attacked him and threw him over the announce table. Hardy tried to recover, and Moss cut him off. Hardy then rolled up Moss with a small package to pick up the victory. After the match, McIntyre gave Corbin a Claymore, and Hardy hit the Swanton Bomb. So in the back, Kayla Braxton approached Paul Heyman. Heyman noted that Roman Reigns doesn't need the Usos. He then accepted Woods' challenge for later on. Going forward in a non-title match. Match again, short, minute and 45 seconds. Shinsuke Nakamura against Angel. And for everybody that complains, the women get all these short-ass matches and then the men get to go long. Well, that was different tonight. we had 2 short men's matches, and then Shotzi and Sasha went over 11 minutes. So that's really good to see. That they kept some guy stuff short, so the women's match that was focused on the women's match that was a focal point of the show could get time. I really like that. As far as this match that went minute and 45 seconds, Angel Rock Nakamura with a drop kick as soon as the bell rang. Commentary noted that Los Lotharios were upset that Paul Rudd was named People Magazine's sexiest man alive and not them. Then they showed a Photoshop cover of them on the cover. Nakamura sent Angel to the floor and caught him with a knee on the apron. Humberto then grabbed Nakamura's leg, but Boogs grabbed him and gave him a suplex on the floor. Nakamura then hit the Kinshasa and picked up the victory. I got this frog in my throat or whatever. Can't stop coughing. In the back, Shotzi and Sasha were arguing. Sonya said, hey, you guys can go tear each other up, but you will have to be teammates this coming weekend. So how about after your match, you shake hands? They're like, yeah, fine, okay, whatever. So going forward, we had this match that was actually really damn good. These two worked great together. And they actually got the crowd back into it after the crowd had been kind of out of this show for the last 30 minutes or so. Like the crowd was kind of dead for the middle portion of this show. And this match started, and they were like, oh, yeah, it's Sasha, Shotzi. We're going to boo Shotzi and cheer for Sasha. But by like the 2-3 minute mark of this match, the crowd was into it, really into it. So Banks and Shotzi pushed each other to start off the match. They didn't just lock up. Banks took over and hit the Three Amigos into an Eddie chant. Basically, she had the Three Amigos, and the crowd chanted, Eddie, 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 Eddie. Banks then went for a frog splash, and Shotzi avoided the move. They brawled at ringside at one point with Shotzi trapping Banks' arm in the steel steps and stomping on it several times. In commentary, they asked the question, what happens if she breaks Sasha's arm, hand, or wrist? How will that affect our team captain come Survivor Series Sunday? The left's counting gets to 7. Shotzi runs in, breaks the count or whatever. Shotzi had a brief advantage, but Sasha fought back with a Meteora off the apron. Back from a break. Whew. Banks was firmly in control. Shotzi fought back and attacked the arm, the injured arm. Banks recovered and sent Shotzi headfirst to the turnbuckle. Followed this up with the double knees and a Meteora for a close near fall. Shotzi attacked the arm again and hit the sliced bread for a near fall. Shotzi continued targeting the arm over and over and even threw Sasha arm first into the ring post. She followed this up with the ball pit. Banks rolled her to the floor. Banks recovered and locked on the bank statement, but not with both arms, with an arm and a leg. Very innovative there. I really liked the finish where she's like, I don't have strength in this arm, but I've got a leg I can yank up here. Shotzi ends up tapping, and there you go. Sonya comes out. She's staring down that ramp, like, shake hands, and they shake hands. They, do the deed, they shake the hands, and then immediately Sasha grabs her, a bank statement, walks out of the ring. Sasha goes up to the top of the ramp. Sonya's looking at her. She goes, hey, I said I'll shake her hand. No one said I couldn't do anything after that. Johnny, you do short matches to get as many people on the show as possible. In the back, Paul Heyman told Roman Reigns, it's time. We need to head to the ring. Roman told the Usos, stay in the back. Then we got a very interesting segment. Disney, or WWE, said they want to be Marvel. Well, Xia Li is now a comic book character. They promoted Xia Li's upcoming debut with an awesome comic book style video. It told the story of Li's father being the family protector until his death. The landlord was harassing the family, so Li took took up her father's role and beat him up. Beat up the landlord to protect her father. This is similar to basically the animated short for Kill Bill 1, I think, if I'm thinking correctly. So earlier in the show, this was interesting, and I forgot to note. They're promoting Survivor Series, and they said, the women's team is now filled out because yesterday Sonya Deville announced Toni Storm. You see that grayed out, blacked out person down there on the graphic? That's supposed to be Toni Storm. We couldn't even bother to put an actual Toni Storm graphic there. We made the whole graphic, but forgot to put Toni Storm on it. We put vacant instead. What the fuck? Caleb Braxton interviews Toni Storm. Talks to her about joining Team Smackdown. They recap Storm challenging Charlotte Flair last week. Storm demanded again a title shot against Flair, and Flair mocked her. Flair approached and promised to deal with Storm after she defeats Becky this weekend. Next up, we had our main event segment. It was the Reigns Woods confrontation, I guess you can call it. Woods made his way out to the ring. Woods noted that the Usos interfered last week because Reigns can't beat him on his own. Woods then called out Reigns to prove him wrong. So Roman and Heyman walk down to the ring. They get to the end of the ramp, and Heyman goes, Usos! Looking around. Usos! He keeps looking around. He's like, where are they? All of a sudden, one Uso goes flying out the front of the stage. And they're like, what's going on? Then another Uso goes flying out from the front of the stage. And then comes a monster, a beast, a man looking for blood, looking to kill the WWE Champion, Big E. This man came out and stood there, and he looked more jacked and yoked than ever. Like every muscle in his body was flexing, and he was ready to freaking just kick Roman's face off. Like I said, Big E's music hits. He comes out. Roman's like, oh, what the hell? Crowd's going bananas. And Woods is in the ring like, oh, I got you. I got you. But I really liked this, that they told us, hey, E can be a threat to Roman. He can beat both Usos' ass on his own. Just think what he can do to Roman. Block this person. Goodbye. So, the two, Big E, Roman, run up down the ramp, clash in the middle. They start going at it. Big E gets the advantage a little bit, throws him into the ring. Usos kind of get their wits about them. Roman gets out of the ring. Woods does a dive over the top rope onto the Usos. Roman gets back in. Whoo! Superman to the WWE Champion. Big E's kind of like, whoa, where'd that come from? He's reeling. He's trying to get his wits about him. He goes to stand up. Ooh, ah. Roman's ready? No. Roman runs at him for a spear. Big E grabs him, throws him up for the big ending. Roman pops off, jumps out of the ring, and the WWE Champion Big E gets to stand tall at the end of SmackDown with his old boy Xavier Woods standing by his side. And that is how SmackDown went off the air. That was a very exciting and effective main event segment. I really did like it, and I thought it really built up the hype of, hey, we've been building up Roman versus Big E for weeks now, and you just didn't realize it. Because this whole Roman Woods thing was not to build Roman versus Wood, not to build Woods getting a title shot, not to build Crown versus title. No, it was Survivor Series build. But in a nonchalant kind of way, because now this match has gotten personal. Woods and Kofi have both been beat down by Roman Reigns and the Usos, with Kofi being injured. Well, Big E technically beat up the Usos tonight, so now personal. Like I said, it's personal. But speaking of Survivor Series, we got that show coming up this weekend. This coming Sunday night is the WWE Survivor Series event from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. And with that, I'm going to give some predictions. Talk about what I think is going to go down this weekend. We've got 7 matches so far announced for the big show. Let's run them all down. So in the first match we know of, there's The Rock 25th Anniversary Battle Royal. Again, if you didn't hear earlier, in this match will be as followed. Ricochet, T-Bar, Mansoor, Cesaro, Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, Eric, Ivar, R-Truth, Drew Gulak, AJ Styles, Omos, Sami Zayn, Angel, Humberto, Apollo Crews, Commander Aziz, Otis, got Gable, Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander, Dolph Ziggler, Robert Roode, Jinder Mahal, and Shanky. As far as who I think is going to win this Battle Royal, this is a tough one. And I'm just going to go with the easy cop-out answer of what? AJ Styles. Let's go with that. AJ Styles. Going forward, we got champion versus champion. The United States champion, Damian Priest. It's the Intercontinental Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura. My pick, Damian Priest. But the tag titles, the tag champions facing off. It's the Raw Tag Team Champions, RK Bro, against the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos. Honestly, I'm going to go Usos. I think the Usos need the win more than RK Bro need it. Women's champions are going to clash. Becky Lynch, the Raw Women's Champion, against Charlotte Flair, the SmackDown Women's Champion. This one's the hardest one to predict. This one is the hardest one to predict. But I think, thinking, as Macho would say, thinking. I'm going to go Charlotte. You know what? I'm going to go Charlotte because they want to keep her happy so she doesn't leave the WWE. Not saying that she can leave anytime soon. I don't know her contractual status, but when her contract does come up, there's a good chance she leaves. We also do have the WWE Champion Big E against the Universal Champion Roman Reigns. It's Roman. It's Roman. Do I even have to predict that? The 5-on-5 Women's Survivor Series match. You got Team Raw, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Carmella, and Queen Zelina. Against Team SmackDown, Shotzi, Sasha Banks, Shayna Baszler, Natalya, and Toni Storm. I'm going to say Team SmackDown. I'm going to go SmackDown. Then we got the men's 5-on-5 Survivor Series match. Team Raw is Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Bobby Lashley, Austin Theory. Against Team SmackDown, Drew McIntyre, Jeff Hardy, Xavier Woods, Happy Corbin, and Sheamus. Another one you got to think about for a second. You know what? Fuck it. SmackDown. I'm going to go SmackDown. Team SmackDown picks up the victory. So with that, that is everything that has so far been announced for Survivor Series coming up this Sunday, 21st of November, from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. If I do hear anything else regarding the Survivor Series pay-per-view, well, I'll have it for you right here on Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Before we wrap things up, let's check these polls. Also, remember, if you want to be part of the show, you can do so by putting a super chat in the YouTube chat, or by texting 510-906-1341. It's 510-906-1341. Blasphemy in this YouTube chat. Fire King says Sonya feels like a discount Vicky Guerrero. Blasphemy. I'm not getting on you for your opinion, because that's your opinion. I've always been the guy that says people are entitled to their own opinions, but my opinion is no. Sonya is way better than Vicky ever was. Vicky was good at getting herself over as a hated authority figure, yes. But as far as an authority figure, Sonya, million times better than Vicky ever was. As far as the Twitch poll does go, 50% thought Smackdown was just all right. 25% liked it, and 25% didn't. As far as the YouTube poll does go, don't go to Twitch one, didn't put that up. 68% liked the show tonight. 23% thought it was just all right. And 20. I messed up the poll. I put all right twice. Well, hold on. 68% liked the show. Everybody else thought it was just all right. I messed up that poll. As far as the text messages do go, who do you see challenging Roman Reigns for the Universal title after Survivor Series? Drew McIntyre. It says, I think SmackDown did good tonight. Need some Tums or something. I can feel it right here, burning in my chest. Damn chili I made earlier. Do you think Toni Storm should challenge for the SmackDown Women's Championship next? Maybe even win the match? Also, Xia Li going to make a good superstar on SmackDown. So Toni Storm getting a title shot, cool. Winning the title, ain't gonna happen. But they already said that, they basically said she'll get the next shot. But her winning the title, not gonna happen. Going forward with this next tech message. Any news or updates on Bayley when she might be back? And do you think she should return as a heel or babyface? Babyface, because she may get that good babyface pop unless she returns against Sasha, then heel attacking Sasha. As far as when she can return, I don't know. Haven't heard anything in months, actually. Says, since it's uncertain if KO will resign, do you think they're going to prep Miz for a feud with Big Miz? Where the hell's that coming from? Miz hasn't been on this show for like 3 months. 2 months. Oh, let's get Miz. Oh, man. Says, who do you think will come out on top? I already talked about that. Says, Vicky Guerrero was so annoying as a heel. GM SmackDown, Stephanie McMahon and Sonya Deville are way better than Vicky Guerrero. Yes, but as a heel authority figure that had to be completely hated and never do anything to get a cheer, she did that very, very well. Says, will you be getting WWE 2K22 based off of what we heard? I'll be getting the game regardless because I'll get it from my work. I got to review it and stream it and play it. So yes, I will be getting the game. Actually, to be a little forthcoming, 2K will probably give me a copy of the game for free. And this person says, if Styles winning the Battle Royal, how does Omos get eliminated? No clue. Maybe he and AJ are working together. AJ gets distracted and 3 or 4 people dump him. I don't know. Viking Raiders dump him. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe Omos says, hey, AJ, it's just you and me at the end. Hold on. Climb over the top rope, jump down. Hey, AJ, you won because I gave you the win. Maybe that's what it is. And that just solidifies them as a great team because Omos will do anything for AJ, but also AJ has a smarmy heel because he's going to use Omos to get himself to the end of this Battle Royal, and then Omos just gives him the win. That would be the cool way to do it for the heel AJ Styles. But with that, that is tonight's SmackDown review. Now, here's the thing. You're watching this live in about 45 minutes, less than 45 minutes. There's going to be a press conference between New Japan Pro Wrestling. Well, no. New Japan Pro Wrestling has a press conference scheduled at 9 p.m. Pacific. Pro Wrestling Noah has a press conference scheduled for 9 p.m. Pacific. When both companies 3 hours ago tweeted that out, the other retweeted it. I think these damn companies are working together, but I'm going to follow that story very closely here in the next less than an hour or so. See what's up with New Japan. See what's up with Pro Wrestling Noah. Are they working together? And we'll have all that news right here. Pro Wrestling Unlimited. But thank you for joining me here tonight. Twitch.tv/PWUnlimited. YouTube.com/Pro Wrestling Unlimited. And Twitter.com/PWUnlimited. We will be live again on Sunday talking about everything that went down at Survivor Series. So with that, guys, have a great night, and I'll see you next time.